So what to do if we want to do a IAP or a investor awareness program or an investor education program with a set of investors who can be employees of an organization wherein we are doing this event at the client's place or in a particular place, which can be your own premises, your own office, or a complex or a Rotary Club or wherever it is. Now, I'll be sharing with you 10 steps today. The first step is what you need to do is you need to build up a rapport. When you enter the hall and your people and the participants are there, that can be like 10 people to 20 people to 30 people or as many people as possible. What is the first thing you need to do and how do you build a rapport? Question. I will answer, but only after all of you answer. So there are 10 things which we will be sharing and you need to share me how you do what you do in very short and precise way so that we can see and understand what is happening. And if something good is there, the rest of us can actually implement the same thing and learn from each other. What is that you do or what is that you should be doing in order to create that initial first rapport with your clients or with your audience? Go ahead. On time is being disciplined. Yes, that's absolutely correct. So you should be there before time, whether it is an online event or an offline event. Very, very correct. Thank you so much for that. What else can we do?
Maybe try to ask certain questions about them, understand a few things about them, and build a rapport.
Yes, very good, Harshit. I think that can be the second part. Okay, that's something in my list that comes second, asking questions and doing. But again, first and second, like more or less go hand in hand. So yes, starting with a question and which is something which is not a close-ended. It can be an open-ended something where you can have multiple answers so that no maximum number of people get connected and get engaged. So very good, Harshit. Thank you so much for that answer. What else you can do? Initial rapport. The first thing is we need to get somewhere where that connect becomes very, very strong. Greet the audience with a good dress code. Yes, that's absolutely fine. Crack a joke. Okay. Yeah, that's also a very nice way. So quiz and joke. Okay. Joke again, it all depends on the type of audience you are with. So any Ulas, any joke which you have, which you crack? Huh?
Not clear.
कई बार joke उल्टा पड़ जाता है बस. That's the thing. You will have to be a little more mindful about what type of audience you have and relevant joke is good. So if you start with a little light note, like little smile and this is a very good way. Even having a joke or something which makes things or the whole room little light, nothing like it. Any ideas you have? Anything would you like to share? Ullas? See, thorough on product. Yes, that all those things will come. I'm just talking about something initially because what I see, people just stumble on the first step only. कि हमने IAP करना है, तो what to do the first thing? Okay. Okay. So I will share what more things I do. So based on that, execute confidence on. How many of you have attended my physical event? Anyone? Some of them I know have attended. See, first, only online. Yes, Nitin, I know you have. Nitin, Naresh. So what we can do is, the first thing is getting everyone at the same energy level. Okay. So, okay, Harshit, which city you are from? You can just share. So getting everyone on the same energy level and getting everyone connected. So for one way is make everyone stand and greet the person standing next to them. So in this case, what happened? No, the whole attention comes there in that room. Most of the time, when we just come and we start speaking, but that particular person is thinking about the next meeting, about the whole day, about this traffic, and so many other things. He is not there in that particular place. So now, first thing, you will have to make them get into that place. So the best way is stand up and greet the person standing next to you, which is like shake hand. So when you shake hand and look into the eyes of the person standing next to you, you are actually getting everyone in that particular place. Once this is done, maybe then you can ask them to sit. And once they sit, ask them to feel the chair, or maybe the sound, or maybe. So the whole idea of doing this is you bring them in that particular plane and get them into that mode where they are at that point of time. Second thing, what else you can do? Maybe when you are there, you can congratulate them, or maybe each one can actually, yes, Naresh, power move is absolutely fine. That's my favorite. And I think most of the volatility coaches has made this particular way of starting as their favorite move. So what I was speaking, भूल गया मैं. So you need to yes, congratulate themselves. So actually they all can congratulate themselves, clap for themselves. So once you clap and that sound, and then people again getting together. So हमारा idea ये है कि people are there in that room and they start feeling that this is what has to be. They really need to be there, and they are automatically getting into that room. Otherwise, your thoughts are anyway moving all around. Your phone is coming up with so many WhatsApp messages and things like that. So this is very, very important, so that they clap, or maybe they have shaken hand, and then they sit on a particular chair.
प्रॉब्लम हो गया.
Is the meeting still on? Hello?
Sorry, friends. I think something was wrong on my laptop, and it's still not working. So now, is the voice audible? I'm on my phone. If someone can just let me know. Okay. I don't know how I will do show you the games, which I thought I will show it to you. Let me just try. चिराग इसे है ना बंद करके बाद restart कर. So that we can. So this is what we can do. power move, getting high fives, and things like that. The whole idea is everyone need to get in one mode, on same plane, and everybody is in that room. That's more important. Now, the next thing what you do is like asking question and answers. So how many of you have tried this, asking some very, very interesting questions so that everybody start thinking on those lines and all? I have some more ways. I will share maybe some of the links and videos with all of you. But what is that some of you do? Please do share. If you wish, you can just unmute yourself and speak also. Any ideas on simple questions like, but they should be open-ended, again. Something with no specific one answer. Any questions? Talking about whether, no. Now we are getting into wo ho gaya. That one part is done, rapport building, people thinking idhar udhar karke, appreciate kiya, and now getting on to the topic. So we will have to connect with the topic, whatever we are, and what is a question or a quiz or something. No, maybe if you are having something like a chocolate or a book or something like that, which you can gift, something like that, or some activities. What is the next thing? What is a question which you can ask? Any specific? Any book which you have read. It can be Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Why We Are Gathered Here Today. Yeah, that's also a good way. So wherein the expectations. In fact, this is a very, very good Satish Chandra, whatever you have mentioned, why we all have gathered here. What is that one expectations you have? What is the reason which brings you here? What is that you are expecting from this session? What is that you wish to share today? What is that you wish to learn from each other today? So these are some questions which can be absolutely fine. Then, what we want to take away from here? Yes. What else? Some of the yes, maybe if the theme and the topic is retirement, then favorite investment options. So perfect. Anything else? I hope my laptop is getting ready, and we will play some games there. Corpus created through SWP. Acha. What is that? General goals. These general goals and they become very, very specific. So far, we are not getting into the specific thing. And IAP doesn't mean that it's a generic IAP. It can be a very, very specific. Either it can be focused on rebalancing, or it can be focused on retirement, or it can be focused on a child planning or something like that also, or maybe taxation. So, okay, why do they want to invest? Yes. See, all of them are absolutely amazing. And each question and answer, you can allot maybe, 5 minutes to 7 minutes for that and try to get answers. And idea is from each table, if someone or maybe from different area of the whole room, if people are able to answer, nothing like it. So that's again one very, very important part where you can get in together. What else? Why everybody is only writing, huh? How they are. So they're relevant. So this questions and all. So perfect. And after that, what else can be done? The next thing, to connect further and getting into the topic. The third thing, story. Okay. Try to connect with some story and the whole idea which you are going to share with them on that day. If the session is on asset allocation, you can have a story on asset allocation. If the session is on equity or debt or rebalancing or maybe sharing certain things, it can be on those lines. So I will share with you a link, okay, wherein I'll give you maybe around 30, 40 stories are there. Huh? So what you can do is you can pick up one story from there. Okay, these stories are all connected with finance. Okay, and they are called money tales. And with these stories, what you can do is connect and you can give it to a particular. I'll just show. बंद हो गया ना कल फोन भी चलो ठीक अब आ जाएगा so these stories can be any story which you think is good enough to start with. Story of कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, story of camels, or maybe Karan Arjun, or maybe from Mahabharata, or maybe from Ramayana, or maybe from, there are so many scriptures which actually we all can share and we all can do that. If you go to a channel called Kanak Jain, and you will find there something called Money Tales. Okay. And in that Money Tales, there are so many stories which is actually there. I was just trying to share some of them with you. Money. Or if you search for, yes, it is there. If you just serve money tales, Kanak Jain, you will actually get all of them. As I can also see right now, they have come up on the screen. So I'm just sharing that link with you in the same group. Okay. So this is the chat. So you have n number of stories. Let's take an example of one story where एक समय की बात है, बहुत सारे एक व्यक्ति जा रहा था और उसने बहुत सारे ऊंटों को लेके जा रहा था एक डेजर्ट में, और लोग जाते जाते एंड वाइल दे ऑल वेयर मूविंग, रात हो गई। अब रात को सारे ऊंट को रेस्ट लेना था, उन्हें भी रेस्ट लेना था, बहुत थक गए थे। अब उसके पास 100 ऊंट थे और उन 100 ऊंट के साथ, ओके इंग्लिश, चलो ठीक है। इज इट ओके अगर बीच में हिंदी बोलूं, और इंग्लिश इज ओनली लैंग्वेज विच एवरीवन विल अंडरस्टैंड? So if someone will write English, then I will only speak in English. So while all of them were moving the night and they all wanted, any language is okay, English is fine. So कई कहानियां होती हैं थोड़ी हिंदी में अच्छी लगती है, इसीलिए और कुछ बात नहीं था। So सब ऊंट को, उनके पास क्या था बाय डिफॉल्ट, जो ऊंट को बांधते हैं ना, खूंटियां होती है, ऊंट की जो रस्सी होती है ना, ऐसी 99 थी और ऊंट थे 100। अब ओके हिंदी यू कांट, सो दिस सम अ रोप नो विच यू हैव वेयर यू कैन टाई द particular camel with that particular rope, and there is also a rod in which plunge it and then you tie the whole rope, and that way all the 100 camels can be tied. But somehow there were only 99. So they tied all the 99, then one was left. Now what will happen? So because of that one particular camel, the particular owner of that whole group, he was unable to sleep. और वो सो नहीं पा रहा है, और माने if he is unable to sleep, he will not rest and he will not be able to move the next morning. So now somebody told me that there is an old monk there. कोई एक मौलाना है, उनके पास आप जाइए, and he will be able to give you a solution. And what he told, so he went to him and he told him that this is the situation. I want all the camels, but this one camel who will sit whole night for this one camel. And if I am not sitting, he will go away. Well, don't worry. You act as if you are tying a rope and you are putting that particular nail on that particular camel. Just ensure that he is looking at that and he is doing it. But he will think that it is there. Well, how is it possible? How can I just act like that? I am not having any rope. तो बोला कोई बात नहीं, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. He will understand and whatever has to be done. बोले अच्छा चलो, and there is no other option. So he just did something like this, where as if he was tying a rope and nailing down and thing. And then there was no option. He was feeling so tired and he slept. Next morning, he woke up and he saw, wow, all the 100 were there. And now from all the 99, they pulled out the rope and all, and they started moving. And this 100th camel, because no rope was there, and they started pulling him, but he was not moving. Now, oh my God, first there was no rope and we were unable to tie him. Now when we are trying to move him out, we are unable to do that. What to do? So then again they went to that particular Babaji or the saint, the old man, and he told, the way you tied, same way you remove it. Well, what are you telling? We did not do anything. Well, no, you have done something. This is what that particular camel is thinking. So actually you do it. So then they realized, okay. So then they reversed the whole tying and they removed. And then this camel realized that now he is free, and then he started moving. So my dear friends, what we understand from this story is most of us, our investors and we ourselves, are tied with so many things like that. There are so many belief systems, so many thought processes that no, FD is correct, post office is correct, property investment is correct, or maybe no, gold investment is correct. And we have not explored so many new things, new options, which is available for all of us. So in order to do that, we really need to keep that pattern, that belief system aside, okay? Because knowingly, unknowingly, we think that it is not there. But who knows, we are like that 100th camel. Our investors are also like that 100th camel. So once we are coming, let's be open to whatever is available, whatever we can see. Until and unless we are open to something, we will not be able to explore anything. So being open is very, very important. And starting maybe this story. So what I have shared with you is the link of around 35, 36 stories. You can pick up anything. They are all 2-3 minute stories. So it's good to start with something, connect with the finance, connect with the topic, and then start with your whatever session you want to do. Now, the next thing what you really need to do is create a WhatsApp group. Now, what is that? अच्छा चलिए उसमें हम लोग बाद में आते हैं. पहले हम लोग we need to play a game. See, many years gone now, I have not conducted any program which is not with a game. So all the events, whether it is a 10-minute slot or a half an hour slot or a 1 hour slot or a 2 hour slot or a full day, it has to be with a game. Even if it is a conference, or even if it is a FFF retreat, or maybe it's just a picnic or anything, it has to be in a form of a game. My idea is with game, people connect with each other, people get bonded, and you just can share whatever you want to. Because when you are playing a game, you are discovering. You can discover an answer. Otherwise क्या होता है ना, आप शेयर कर रहे हो, you are sharing, you are explaining something to a person, but that person, it is like, no, you are just imposing something. And if that person has not understood, if he wants, he can accept, otherwise he will just forget. But when you are playing a game, you make them discover the same thing. Let's take an example of an asset allocation game or a volatility game, whatever it is. When you are playing, if a same game, if you play 10 times, you will discover 10 different things. And that's the beauty. If you are doing the same thing with your investors or your participant or with your employees, when they discover it on their own, the thing they will remember for the whole life. And that is what we want. And if you really want them to really connect with you, the best way is make them discover the thing on their own. Okay, so now what we will do is there are 21 games, but I'll just run you through one game. Okay, the first one which was created. So I'm just sharing my screen. I hope the screen is visible. If it is not, let me know. A portion of the screen is visible or the full screen is visible. This is just like one game which is open. नरेश जी क्या पूरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है? नरेश जी, if you can just
दिख रहा है
unmute.
सर,
दिख
दिख रहा है सर।
रहा है ना? चलो ठीक है. तो हमने जैसे टीम्स का नाम दे दिया, just and finally maybe no team D. Can you see the screen? Full screen is coming. Visible? Yes, no?
तो
हाँ?
फुल स्क्रीन नहीं आ रही है।
हाँ, वही शक था मुझे.
No, sir.
हाँ? Full screen is not coming?
नॉट कमिंग,
Not coming.
नॉट कमिंग।
Okay, ठीक है. अभी आ रहा होगा. The idea is we will only do it with one game, maybe sometime later, or there are so many other videos available, or whenever there is an opportunity, we can have more such games. Okay. अभी दिख रहा है स्क्रीन पूरा? पूरा दिख रहा है?
नहीं,
नहीं दिख रहा है?
half screen it is showing.
Half it is showing. I just don't know why. अभी please revert.
नो
Hello.
नो नो नो।
No, only a small portion it is showing, sir.
Okay.
थोड़ा नीचे. Scroll down, sir. Scroll down. It is big screen, but
Now,
partially it is showing.
is it visible now?
Partially.
Partially. This whole screen, this volatility game and all this thing is evidently visible or not.
Kanakji, I think the screen size is a little bigger. Please reduce the size of the screen so that it fit into the normal screen.
Okay.
Minimize some.
You have to
Always-
minimize the screen size so that it will reduce the size of the screen. Volatility जो game है, ये आपकी नहीं.
Actually, वो बंद हुआ ना कि phone while it was off. No, that was the time. Just something happened there. कंप्यूटर और एक सेकंड अब आ जाएगा.
Yeah, now it is okay.
अब
So
okay.
sorry for this again. I don't know how this technical hitch has happened today. Anyway, so something like this come on the screen. Now, let's take an example what we play. And these are the games, no, wherein you discover a lot of things. Herein, I will only play. I'm not engaging all of you. We will look forward to some other opportunity other day wherein we play this game as a game. Let's say some of you think that we should be 50-50 in this particular situation. Some of you think one team thinks it's 100% into debt. Some people think that 100% into equity. And let's say if this is the situation, some people think, no, it should be 90% into equity. Now, first off, while you are doing that, no, you have some message to give. First, your intention should be very, very clear that what is the final message you want all of them to do. You want all of them to become your client. You want all of them to start with an SIP, or maybe you want all of them to do some investment with you. And you want all of them to actually believe or maybe have a little connect and have a little trust in the first or initial stage, so that they connected with you and they start doing something with you. You are not looking at something very, very big. Ki ek hi chance mein somebody will pay you few crores. That's not going to happen. But at least that connect is made and they are there with you onboarded. That's the first thing. Then next step, one-on-one, you can do it. Now, here, why the connect will happen? The client will think that, no, this guy knows something. This guy is little intelligent and he is sharing with me in a very, very simple way. So that is the most important thing you need to convey. Now, once you have done and this is done, and then basically, now what is this game about? In this game, all the teams are given 1 crore each, and at the end of maybe 4 or 5 rounds, whichever teams 1 crore has become highest, that is the winning team. And in order to make your money high, you need to invest in the right asset class, that is either debt or equity. If the market you think is expensive and it is going to go down, you should put your money into debt. If you think that the market is cheap, you can invest into equity. Whatever you do in investment, but this whole idea of the game is a client understand it is not so easy to do that. Now, in this case, what happens? This is 2007 March to 2008. The period is written and the returns was 29%, which means the person who the team C, which invested 100% into equity, see, they have got 1,29,000. Debt, we have assumed 10% return. So let's say team B has got 1,10,000 and rest of the team got a little combination of that. Now, similarly, to the next round. Okay, here also team A is thinking 50-50, B is thinking 100% debt, C is thinking 100% equity. Now, let's say if I have to invest, I think this is MG ratio, which is called market capitalization to GDP ratio. If the market cap is high and the GDP is less, which means market is expensive. So as an investor, I will think, yeah, I should be 90% into debt and only maybe a little bit into equity. So this is the way how I am strategizing and doing that. So let me invest and see, because this is, look, although PB ratio is very cheap, P ratio is very, very cheap. So this was one day in history. I can be wrong, I can be right, but let's invest. Again, this is 2009. The P ratio is so cheap and PE ratios is very, very cheap. So that resulted in a 72% return. So maybe no, if you see, I have taken a decision of 90% debt wrong. Again, you should have been into 100% equity. Now, another time frame which comes is 95 mg. This is the Nifty. This is the P ratio, which is also a little less than 4, but P is little higher. Okay, if you see with current P, that is again very, very high. So maybe again you can see, let's say 40% into debt and rest into equity. Again, you see some sort of returns come. So maybe at this point of time, if you see the team A is 1.86 crore, team B is 1.33 crores, team C is 2.46 crore, and team D is 1.63 crores. So it all depends. We have seen all the rounds positive so far. None of them is negative. This also looks very, very cheap. Maybe at this point of time, I also think that it should be 100% equity, and rest of the team members thinks as it is. So here also you see, and while you are doing all this, in between all the rounds, you should be explaining or sharing one concept with them. So this is how you can do. So let's say in this particular game, in 4 rounds, maybe the team C has got maximum and they have actually won. So this way, you are playing any activity or any game like this, wherein you finally lead to something which is there. Now, the next part, once you have done the game, and if all the people are not known, the whole idea is to get them into a WhatsApp. So you just go to a WhatsApp, you create a group, and you create a QR code. Now put that on the screen. Okay. Now that QR code, if you put it on the screen, everybody just open their WhatsApp group and then they get into that group. So once all the people, the prospects are in that group, the work is done at that particular place. Now, the next thing what you do is, I am giving you something very interesting today. Some of you are already volatility coaches and FFF Pro members. So absolutely fine. Nothing. That's great. But some of you who are new, maybe you need to go to a website called volatilityGame.com, and there you go to FFF Pro, you will get access to that. You can create your own user ID and a password, and how important and how magical it can be for all of you, I'll just share with you right now. I'll share it on the screen also so that you can. You can see the screen. You can just go to this volatilitygame.com. Okay. Do you want me to share the link of the website also? So this is the link. Okay, I have shared the link also. Okay, so once you go to this, okay, there is a sign up as FFF Pro. Okay, for volatility coaches and existing member, you can just log in with your user ID and a password and you get inside. And sign up for free, you will get it for 7 days. And in next 7 days, how you can actually best utilize this, I will just share with you. So there are quite a number of links for downloads and all. So for now, you do this one-page sustainability matrix. So you go there and you click this. Now, this is the link which you get. Okay. Now, once you copy this link, and then what you do is you share this in the whole group. Okay. Like as if I am sharing it now. Now, all this data will come to you. Okay, it will not be going to anyone else. Like if this you all fill up, all your data will come to me. So I am just sharing it with you. Now herein what I once and as an investor, as a client, he can actually click his photograph. He can just write his name like Naresh Verma. Email is, let's say, so that when you just write his email address and then maybe date of birth, and then maybe let's say 50,000 per month. And today, before making a client, if you have not done the risk profiling for him or her, it's a problem. So the easiest way to do the risk profiling in 2 minutes and having his record is this way. Once you have shared this and he is filling up, he will just answer a few questions. What is there? How much will you invest? What is your age bracket? And what is the holding? You will become aggressive or you will become very conservative. So this way now you know that 60% equity, 30% debt, and this is like his risk profiling. So you get all this data. So you have actually done a risk profiling for your client. Now, once you have done a risk profiling, this is the retirement. Because I have written 50,000, this corpus has actually automatically become 1 crore, which means if I have 1 crore right now, I will keep on getting 50,000 and I can retire. But if I want to retire, let's say after 20 years, then I will need a corpus of 2.65 crore. Let's say child. You can actually write the name of your child also. Let's say CHIRAG, Chirag. Okay. And you can increase or decrease the rate of return. And then let's say after 15 years, you need the money. And instead of 10 lakhs, you need 20 lakhs. So this is what is required. And so on and so forth. You can just write all this and go to next. So once you go to next, you can download this PDF. So here is the photograph of the client. Here is the name of the client, the email, the mobile number, and his date of birth. And the 6,800 is required for the education of the child to create a corpus of 41 lakhs. 29,000 per month is required to create a corpus of 2.65 crore for retirement. And same way, wedding, holiday, and whatever it is. And this is also there. So this way, you can just take a PDF and you can just do it. So was it like very, very simple, wherein you can actually, it just took no time actually. And you actually did what has to be done. Okay, na? So once this is done, then you just go to the dashboard again, and this is the data. So you get this data. If you can see Naresh Verma, this was all done few minutes back, and you can see all the details over here. So you have done what? You have done a risk profiling, you have done a financial planning, which is not a financial planning. We call it sustainability matrix, and it is done. So this is the first thing which you have done with your investor. And then risk profiling, and then now you need to suggest a particular fund to a particular client. Okay, so now these are certain things which you need to do. See, मेरा इस particular event को कराने का एक ही reason है कि only that don't restrict yourself to the IAP, the activity, the game which you have done. After that, once you are back, you immediately get into do all these things, and then finally getting into the business also. Now you've done AIP. Now next, what has to be done? Go to mutual funds analysis. So these are certain softwares which are available, like companies like Morningstar, Engine, and various others are giving, and these are also available on our platform. So whoever is interested, we can share with you the details. But at least for 7 days, you all try and see. I'm sure once you think that this is useful, you can subscribe to that also. Okay. Oh, sorry. What happened? So once you are there, now mutual funds, there are quite a number of them, but which mutual funds to buy, which scheme to invest. So that is very, very important. So now let's take an example of selecting a category. So there are, so many funds, around 1,500 plus funds are there. Now, if you want your client to invest into, let's say, a flexi cap fund, okay, so close. So there are 40 flexi cap funds. Now, see, it will take us only 2 minutes to select a fund which is good for a client. See how it is done. Now, let's take an example of 3 years return. So in 3 years, we put descending. Okay, so maybe no JM, Quant, and HDFC. They look very, very good for next 3 years return wise basis. Now, then you go to Sharp ratio. In Sharp ratio, if you see Motilal has come up, so JM is there, Quant is there, and anyway, HDFC we selected. Then Sortino ratio also again, Bank of India is also coming up again and again. So same fund has come again and again. So maybe you have selected around 5 funds. Then information ratio and so many other things are there. Not getting into the details, there are master classes which you can see only dedicated to these things, and you can go ahead with that. So in this Bank of India, JM, so in flexi cap category, maybe these are some of the funds. So HDFC has gone down. So maybe see, this is based on the ratios. They look better now. Okay. And if you want to see remove some funds with which you are not working, maybe if you are JM financials, if you are not working with this AMCs and all, you can remove that. Or if you are working, you can continue to have them also, not an issue. Now, see herein, you can just select, compare these 3 funds. These 3 funds are there. View a report with your logo, with your name, branding, everything will come. And now you can just download that. So once you have downloaded, and then what you do is go to the PDF, open the fund, and share the PDF with your client. I hope all of you can see the screen. Now this PDF is there. I'm sharing with you the PDF. This is a PDF. Your name and your company's details and all, everything is there, your phone number and all. So you have given him these 3 options with all the returns. You have given them these 3 options with all the ratios also, you see. Like AUM, TER, Sharp ratio, beta, all these things. And which fund is having how much large cap, mid cap, small cap. Now, client will revert back to you. Okay, from this, I think Motilal Oswal looks good. Let's invest into Motilal Oswal. Now, you have also done your due diligence, where you are not advising a client. You have just shared the data with him, and he is the one who is replying, and you are done in one page. And you can do it on your mobile also. It takes just 2 to 3 minutes. So this way, you have done an analysis with your client. And now, once this is done, your client is about to close and he is there, and it's there. That's it. So with this, what you have actually done is you have got close to a sale, and you have shared everything. You have done an IAP, and everything is a little more relevant to a particular client. Any questions so far? Because I can share with you some calculators and how you need to close the sales or closing, come to the closing. If any questions, or I will just share these 2 points. Any questions so far? Is it clear? Yes, no, good, bad, ugly. Huh? See, we are over 30 people in this room right now. Maybe if some question is there so far, or I was moving too fast, समझ में नहीं आया, please let me know. No questions? Okay. Yes, great, clear, perfectly right. Okay. So this way you can do all this. So some of our friends are using these tools and calculator intensively, and some of them are not using it. And some of you may not have that access to that, but at least on our website, there is a free access to asset allocation game. You can just go and play that online with a 1-player mode. At least you will have more and more ideas of playing, and there are some demo videos also which you can do. My idea is discover or at least make your clients discover certain things. So once they discover, they will be able to connect more with you all. And so now what I will share with you is these things, how and what they are available. So in the market. So for next 7 days, you can just go and see them. They are all there. And after that, what you need to do is, I'm just sharing with you. So in order to be a FFF Pro member, or maybe not share about Volatility Coach and all, but at least be there. So these sort of funds are like tools are available in the market. There are quite a number of companies ranging between 45,000 to 90,000. Ours is again a part of the whole thing, which is much, much lesser. Equity analysis tools, planning tools, financial calculators, certain certification which you need to know, and all these master classes, which is there wherein you need to do all of them in order to understand all of these. So all in all, if you do all of this, this is something around 82,000. Maybe you need not pay that much. So for now, it is only that 18,000 rupees plus 9,000. So which makes 27,000 rupees, which becomes the whole package for the whole year. And but again, before that, all of you, I'll just request you to test it and see. Games part is again, which is only available to the volatility coaches. But the other things like mutual fund analysis tool and rest of the things is very, very good. You should access to that. And also you can attend this particular conference. So we have around 59, 60 seats left right now, residential, wherein if you wish, you can register, and all these things you get complimentary. So in 27,000, all this is available, and you can access to all these things. But for rest, all those people who want to conduct these games on their own and all, you really need to graduate yourself to become a volatility coach. And otherwise, the rest of the things, the sustainability matrix, the mutual fund analysis tool and all these things will be available to you. You can do it, share it, and try to grow your business. This is what a normal IAP with an engagement, with the game, with the discovery, with financial plan, with mutual fund analysis, and finally getting closing to the business. Because once you have done all this, the idea is ask a client, you have to experiment. You have to start something first today. And once you have done it, then we can take it forward. And these days, no, it is not that difficult, which used to be 20 years, 25 years back. जब हम लोग को समझाना पड़ता था what is mutual fund and how it works, we had to create that trust factor and all. So those things are not required at this point of time. People do understand things a little more easier than what they used to be. So this is there, and any other questions, please ask, or we can ask your team member to call, and you can fix up a little detailed demo if you wish to. That can also be done. We have with us some very, very interesting and very, very high profile people who are using volatility games, like Naresh Verma ji. If you can unmute yourself and share if you have done certain games and use this, and if you have shared with some people, if you would like to just share maybe a few lines about how has been your experience, how it is beneficial. I hope you can unmute yourself. Nitin Bansal, Tripathi ji, anyone? Yeah. Naresh ji,
Yeah.
कुछ
Sir.
बोलिए.
So it's a fantastic tool because इसमें एक इतनी जबरदस्त engaging है where you can just engage all the participants in so enthusiasm, एक ना current आता है जैसे उनके अंदर but just interacting with each and every उनको चार लोगों को अलग अलग बांट के उन लोगों को खिलाना, अलग से अंडरस्टैंडिंग है उन लोगों के आपस में कि ये कई आधे से ज्यादा लोगों को तो मेरे रेशियोज का पता ही नहीं होता. So it's a very easy and very convenient way to communicate our message. So उसके बाद में वो हमसे पूछते हैं कि पीबी रेशियोज क्या होती हैं, सारी रेशियोज के बारे में हमने बाद में डिस्कस किया। देन ही फील सो एंगेजिंग।
And the best part is when they ask you question and when they are willing to know the answer, that's your victory. You have actually
Yes.
got everything. You got
Yes.
connected with them.
Yes.
A
Connected
good
with them.
ask a question, a client who is asking good questions and more questions is a certain client that he is going to be with you.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. These
Okay.
are very fantastic. Yes.
Yeah. Anyone else would like to share? Prashad Deshpande, Purushottam Bhatt, Rakesh Tripathi ji, कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे? Any questions, others also, if you have, please do ask. आप लोग कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे? राकेश जी, राकेश जी ने तो एसेट एलोकेशन गेम भी हम लोगों ने खेला है आपके इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ, और एंगेजमेंट कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है. हाउ इज योर व्यू? हाउ डू यू थिंक क्लाइंट्स टेक इट?
प्रोडक्ट सिलेक्शन का क्राइटेरिया भी बहुत अच्छा है। तो जो है वो टाइम टू टाइम अगर प्रोडक्ट देखते रहें तो हमें आइडिया लगता रहता है कि किस प्रोडक्ट में क्या हो रहा है, तो आप चाहें तो समय पे उसको चेंज भी कर सकते हैं।
Yes. So basically, whatever conclusion you derive, you can actually help your investors to act accordingly. Prashad, आप भी कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे? Sir, this Rakesh ji, Naresh ji, they are all our volatility coaches across India, a big brand ambassadors, and they have been doing phenomenal work, growing their AUM left, right, and bottom everywhere. बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, लोगों को लीड कर रहे हैं, हेल्प कर रहे हैं, मेंटर कर रहे हैं, एंड व्हाट एल्स? पुरुषोत्तम भट्ट जी मुंबई
मैं
से.
प्रसाद देशपांडे को एक बोलना चाहता हूँ। हेलो।
हाँ, बोलिए प्रसाद.
हाँ, अभी तक मैंने आईपी वगैरह कुछ भी नहीं किया था, लेकिन अभी मैं 100 करोड़ के नजदीक हूँ, तो जैसा ही 100 करोड़ क्रॉस कर दूंगा तो अभी आईपी भी करना शुरू कर दूंगा, ताकि आगे का 200 या 300 करोड़ और जल्दी हो सके, जो अभी विदाउट आईपी 100 तक पहुंच गए, तो
बहुत
100
बढ़िया.
से ज्यादा के।
बहुत बढ़िया. काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब. तो अभी शुरू कर दीजिए. 100 करोड़ का वेट मत करिए, 95 करोड़ में ही शुरू कर दीजिए तो जल्दी से हो जाएगा. और एटलीस्ट, लेकिन ये टूल्स का एक्सपीरियंस आप शेयर कर सकते हैं जो यूज करते हैं, या सस्टेनेबिलिटी मैट्रिक्स, म्यूचुअल फंड एनालिसिस टूल. ओवरऑल आपका ग्रुप के संग कैसा रहता है? आप ग्रुप के संग इतने इन्वॉल्व रहते हैं, इतने अच्छे दोस्त हैं आपके, क्या हेल्प मिलती है आपको? एनीथिंग लाइक दैट? लगता है आप कहीं ट्रैफिक पे हैं. एनीवेज, कोई बात नहीं. और ऑल्दो
लेकिन ये मिस नहीं करना चाहता था सेशन, तो पूरा कार ड्राइविंग में सुन लिया। अभी मनी टेल्स वगैरह पूरा डिटेल एक बार देख लूंगा, सब लिंक्स वगैरह कॉपी की है,
बहुत बढ़िया.
अभी देख लेंगे, शुरू कर देंगे। और
वेरी
सबको एक ही रिक्वेस्ट है कि जिन्होंने रजिस्टर नहीं किया है वो सितंबर इवेंट के लिए एक बार रजिस्टर करो, क्योंकि पूरी साल की एनर्जी मिल जाती है, और अलग अलग एरिया से, ऑल ओवर इंडिया से सब लोग भी मिल जाते हैं। अलग अलग हिडन ट्रेजर जो होता है ऑल ओवर इंडिया में, इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, तो सब मिल जाता है। फिर अपने आप एनर्जी मिल जाती है कि XYZ चंडीगढ़, XYZ बेंगलोर, XYZ गुजरात, सब मिल जाता है।
वेरी गुड.
तो
प्रशांत
अपने लिए
हैज बीन वेरी वेरी
हेल्पलाइन भी हो जाती है,
हाँ,
कभी भी कुछ भी क्वेरी आए तो।
लर्नर हमारे साथ में और एक दो लर्नर, जीतलाल प्रजापति जी हैं जो गोरखपुर से हैं. बहुत सीनियर एमएफडी हैं. बहुत, आई थिंक 250 करोड़ प्लस का उनका एयूएम भी है, थोड़ा और ज्यादा ही हो गया होगा इनफैक्ट अभी. एंड सीनियर मोस्ट है. एंगेजिंग गेम्स, एक्टिविटीज और इस तरीके की चीजों में काफी इंटरेस्ट भी रखते हैं, लेते भी हैं. जीतलाल जी, अगर आप कुछ शेयर करना चाहेंगे तो. और हमारे संग हमारे जो लेटेस्ट अभी लास्ट वॉलेटिलिटी कोच जो बने हैं, दिव्येंदु मजूमदार कोलकाता से, वो भी आज मौजूद हैं, जो कि बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग तरीके से चीज़ों को शेयर करते हैं. लोगों का उनके संग बड़ा लाइट माहौल रहता है, बहुत ही एंगेजिंग. ऐसे ही वो बहुत एंगेजिंग है, एंटरटेनिंग भी है. तो आई एम श्योर हमारी ट्राइब को बहुत अच्छा योगदान मिलेगा फ्रॉम दिव्येंदु ऑल्सो. सो वेलकम दिव्येंदु टू द ट्राइब. एंड जीतलाल जी, दिव्येंदु, अगर आप भी कुछ बोलना चाहें तो प्लीज डू शेयर. Jeetlal ji, anything?
I have to be on video. What you want?
As you wish. It's up to you.
Nee, well, see, when this volatility game was introduced 5 years or 7 years back, most
10
probably.
years now. 10 years.
10 years, right? I was one of the person who attended the session, and I was actively participated in that event. But unfortunately, I was in touch with Connect with multiple, platform, multiple occasion. Every time I planned ki yes, abhi join kare. Finally, I made my mind. I joined this. I feeling proud to be part of this volatility coach group, and so finally, it has given me a pleasure ki yes, I am also a part of this group. लेट करने से ये जो रिग्रेट अभी हमारा है, it will not be with you. Though I was a part of FFF conference for 3 times, and I will ask everybody, whoever not even has make their mind to be part of this, but my request, आपको मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं कि आप खोएंगे, इतना कुछ मिलेगा कि अब जब वापस जाओगे अगले साल फिर ज्वाइन करने के लिए आप क्या कहते हैं, यू विल बी इन अ मूड कि फिर कब होगा, यू विल हैव अ इंडस्ट्री की वो सारे स्टॉलवर्ड्स विल बी देयर, परफॉर्मेंस विल बी देयर, आप उनके साथ अकेले में बात करने की मौका मिलेगा, एंड एवरीबॉडी वाज इन दैट फोरम टू शेयर देयर बेस्ट. This will be the best gift for you for the cost of what is this 27,000 plus tax, right? It is कुछ नहीं है, 2,000 रुपया महीना. वो ऐसे ही आपके बहुत सारे फोरम में या किसी में भी कोई मूवी में चला जाता है. आप खुद अपने पीछे अपने ऊपर कुछ इन्वेस्ट करो. मैंने एक फोरम में वेयर आई गॉट द अपॉर्चुनिटी, हमने यही बोला था, जो पैसा आप पे लगाओगे वो मल्टीपल होके आपके पास वापस आएगा. डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम. इट्स नॉट आई एम फोर्सिंग यू, इट्स ऑन योर कंफर्टेबिलिटी. आप करो तो यू विल बी इन अ बेनिफिटेड. एज अ बेनिफिशियरी आप अपने आप को बाद में एहसास करोगे. थैंक यू कनक, दिस मच आई कैन शेयर विथ एवरीवन.
Thank you, Dibyendu. Looking forward to see you grow exponentially and also contributing. Satish Chandraji from Chennai, you are there? Would you like to share something? Or anyone else? JL Prajapati ji. Anyways, good that we all have done session. Next Thursday, we will come up with something new, something more exciting. One Thursday is only dedicated for volatility coaches. Rest of the Thursdays, we have sessions which are of generic interest, and we do with all the FFF fraternity, and try to share as much as possible. So looking forward to be there next Thursday again. And in the meantime, any questions, anything which you really think is relevant?